Well, it's Paleo Ken. Welcome to my channel. I think it's time to talk about maintaining Abo tools, your natural tools, your deer antler, things like that. You just saw me trying to remove a flake from this biface here, and not very successfully. Reason is, let's see if we can get this in the light. So you see how it's all kind of chewed up here on the tip right there. There you go. Well, that's what happens with deer antler when you're using it. A lot of people think Abo knapping is very, very difficult, and it is, I think, more difficult. But if you maintain your tools properly, you'll have a lot easier time getting into flint knapping using all Abo tools or natural tools. Very important that you maintain your tools. There's many different ways you can maintain them. You can use a sandstone like that, which I use often. You can use a file, which I also use quite a bit, but a lot of times once it starts getting chewed up like this, it can take a good amount of time hitting it with a sandstone, especially when you have it on a horizontal shaft like this for a punch. Now, I'm going to demonstrate how to maintain these tools, these flint knapping tools, and hopefully these pointers will improve your flint knapping, your Abo knapping dramatically. All right. First of all, once it gets bad, I even like to use a drill on occasion, and that will help smooth that down quite a bit. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to do that. You can use your sandstone. You can use a sandstone or a file or a drill with a sanding pad on it. Let's see if we can get you down here a little bit more. Okay. And here we go. It's a little awkward when you have the shaft. So just make sure there's nobody standing behind you. Okay, we've got that pretty well smoothed off. And now we need to burnish it. This is the part. I noticed this when I was at I've been doing this for years, but I noticed at the Heart of Texas Knapping in Brady, Texas, we had about 3 or 4 Abo knappers, and no one was burnishing their tools. This is really important because what it does is it hardens the working tip of your pressure flaker or your billet or your horizontal punch or your vertical punch, whatever it may be. And you can use wood. You can use a stone. You can burnish it with a stone like this. Yeah, let's get this down here a little bit further. Put the butt end of that in there. And what you want to do is you want to create friction. The friction creates heat, and that hardens the tip of your antler. I mean, the original owner of that, that's what they did, right? To keep their antlers hard. You can use wood or stone. I've heard of people setting them by a fire, but if you forget it, you're in trouble. That can burn it. You can do this with pressure flakers. You can do this with your antler billets. You can use stone. I use the stone when I have it mounted to a horizontal shaft. You can also use a piece of wood. Like this. This works very well. I think this actually generates more heat than the stone, but the stone works just as well. All right, so what we have, you can see that this is more like a billet. So it's very smooth and hardened now. So let's get back to it. All right. Okay. Let's take our piece and see if we can remember where we were working. Well, I need to get rid of this area right here, so we'll work on that and see what happens. Boom. Come on. There we go. There we go. Doing good. All right. There went a good flake. Vast improvement. Vast improvement. I think this is right here is the platform we were working on when we started. We'll give this a try, and then that'll be it. Chai ping. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We went from really not being able to remove any flakes. Now, I could have probably done a better job on that, but that's just a demonstration. I did this one earlier. using that same method. So it's my first time using the Coleman lantern for flint knapping. I highly suggest you try it. It really shows up the ridges and things like that if you have it in front of you. But once again, for dressing your pressure flakers, you can go ahead, you can use a drill. You can use a drill. You can use wood for burnishing. You can use stone for burnishing, or you can use even sandstone, which I don't have here right now. I can't find it. It's dark out, but anyway, you get the idea. Remember, burnish those pressure flakers, burnish those billets, and it'll make your flint knapping experience a whole lot easier, especially with abo knapping. So once again, thank you for watching. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're willing, and thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.